That's a nice kiddie. I like that.
$30, Ultra Football.
Inter Milan.
$30.
Yeah,
Is
it was on sale.
that in Danny?
Name me 2 Inter Milan players.
Thuram,
Yeah.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah, Lilium Thuram.
Yeah, no, his son.
Marcus.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah.
Lautaro Martinez.
Oof, 1 goal in 15 games.
Yeah, he's struggling, man.
Really?
Yeah,
I've not
he's
been
got
following.
captain.
1 goal in 15 games.
Who else? Who's that guy that hid his wealth from his wife?
Cellini.
No, we're chilling this guy.
Come on,
Who cares about the Italian
at this
league?
point?
Hakimi.
Hakimi.
Ashraf Hakimi.
Does he play for Inter Milan?
No, bro.
Oh, nice.
I don't think so, no.
Anyway,
I actually don't know, to be honest.
Hakimi plays for PSG.
Yeah, he's at PSG.
but wasn't he linked with Inter Milan?
He used to be at Inter.
No, he was at
I
Real.
couldn't tell you, bro.
What Real, bro?
He was at Real,
Yeah,
wasn't
maybe
he?
a loanee or something.
No, he was. He
was,
a Real
Yeah, I know, but
player.
he didn't play much.
He went on loan to Inter,
Exactly. See?
and then
There you go.
he's
Football
at PSG.
knowledge.
What a team Inter had. Onana.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hey, what a good double saver. Probably the best thing he's done all year.
Bro, you know
I
what?
did
You
not even
guys...
bother with
Hey,
that game.
hold on, I just want to say something. You know the best thing is? Every time Liverpool, United have drawn or lost, Riyad's here. The 2 times they've won, he hasn't been on the
I
pod.
haven't been here. And you guys still were hanging shit on us.
Oh, you have to.
Well deserved as well.
Terrible,
We have
bro.
to.
Come on.
Well
Nah.
deserved.
Let's be more consistent.
It's
Let's
not,
be
it's
more
not the
Yeah,
United.
yeah, well,
Will you guys be consistent? We'll be
We
consistent.
have been. The last 3 games
How
have
much
been
more
actually our
consistent
best,
can we
our best
be?
patch.
Who'd you beat? Who'd you beat 3-0?
Regardless of who we beat.
Who'd you beat?
Southampton. We beat Southampton.
Who'd you beat 7-0?
Barnsley.
Barnsley.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So a championship team and a team in relegation, and then you came up against a team that's going to finish 13th, and then what happened?
We should have won like 7-0.
What happened?
Yeah, bro.
0-0.
Like,
So
that-
realistically, what we're saying about your level being like relegation, Southampton, Barnsley.
Bro, you're 11.
Not far off, is it? Yeah.
You're
Nah,
11.
That's your level.
We've had our best patch.
You're 11.
We've had our best patch in like 6 months. 6 months, our best patch, and you guys are still hanging.
feel like
You
you
guys
haven't
have
had a good
their
patch.
level.
Yeah.
Bro, I was tilted.
If this
Fucking
is your best patch, that's horror.
Yeah, our most consistent patch. No, it
That's
hasn't been
fucking
hard. It's actually
horrible,
we've been playing great football.
What?
We've been playing good football.
You played one half of good football
Bro,
in
it's not
2
my fault.
years.
Your opposition has been dog shit.
2 years.
Our opposition
One half,
always
45
plays
minutes.
their best game week in, week out.
45
Henderson
minutes.
played his best game in goals
Like
ever in his
Eric
career.
Ten Hag's going to be like,
Hey,
they're going to question
wasn't
Eric Ten
Henderson
Hag.
your player?
He was our player,
He's
and he was
better
trying to
than
prove a
Onana.
point. He was
Yeah.
trying to prove a point.
Better than Onana.
He's not
He's-
better than Onana.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
He's not better than Onana. No chance, bro.
Are you serious?
You rate
dead
Onana?
set.
Onana,
You rate
United.
Onana?
Hey, I'm
I think
jumping in,
Onana
I'm
has
jumping
kept-
in, I'm jumping in. Episode 7. Welcome. Off the Ball podcast.
Yes, welcome.
We are actually the 4 originals who came up with the idea of having a podcast, and we've never done a podcast together.
Thank you, Becky.
This is the first time the 4 of us who came up with the idea are together on the panel, and there's a lot to get through today. We've also got a very fun game. I think the boys are going to enjoy it. I've come up with a Tenable for them. It's going to be a 3v1, but we'll get into that later. I think we've got to start Arsenal City.
Definitely.
Straight off the
I
bat?
think we have to start Arsenal City.
Straight off the batter.
Yeah, the last game of the window. So it was the last game of the match week, but I think so much has happened since the fallout of that game, plus what happened during the game and the build up to the game. I think we got to start there.
Firstly, I reckon that was a real proper
Derby.
feel to it. Like
Yeah.
you want to get up and I'm
A
spewing
derby. That was more like a practice match for City.
second half.
Nah,
the
both halves. No.
If you told me, hey, this is going to be a big one, I would have actually got up and watched it. I watched the mini match, I think it was a mega mini match. It went for like 45 minutes.
They got mega minis now. don't they?
Yeah, I loved it. And I'm like, I'm spewing because
No, what-
usually it's a
I watched the whole game. It
0-0.
was bloody-
You know what I mean? It's
Boring
a
draw.
ball
Yeah.
fest, you know?
Yeah.
But this one
You
looked
guys call it a
ridiculous.
ball fest. It's just tactical. The
know,
games
but it's
before this
pretty
have
shit.
been tactical.
Yeah, I know, but it was like shit.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
talking
can't turn around and be like, yeah, that was a
Entertainment-wise.
great performance by us.
But no, it was. In
This
any
first
no,
game was.
No,
this
no,
one
no.
was unbelievable.
Yeah, no. But in any game that's been Arsenal City, the last 4
Was it draws last 4?
We beat them once and we drew with them twice, and now this one we've drawn as well. So three draws and a win. They've all been tactical. This last one felt personal.
Yeah, this
It
one
felt
was.
personal on all levels.
That was it's just like a throwback. It's like a us
Yeah.
versus Spurs, you know, battle of the
Yeah.
bridge. Go back to Kane and Vieira. They were saying they were just throwing some.
But for such a big game, a derby, if you want to call it, I think,
it's not a derby. It's a rivalry.
yeah, rivalry.
It is now.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
It was probably officiated. It was probably one of the worst officiated games I've ever
Yeah,
I've
that's
watched.
Too common
in a
though,
long
man.
time.
It's too common.
I think they're not consistent. They've been shit. Actually, they're consistently shit. So, I guess in saying that, would you expect anything else? That's my question.
But for a game like this, you expect them to pull their heads in a little bit, and it's again like there's been another massive just like what that call made no sense to me. I was still looking back at it. I watched it like
Which
4
call?
times.
There was
the
a few
Trossard call,
calls.
the red card, the key one that is been contentious these last few days. Like it still doesn't make sense to me.
Even Arsenal's goals, I feel like that could have easily been reversed.
The pushing in the screening of Edison.
Bro, the keeper.
He wasn't straight, bro. He was standing there.
The keeper was blocked.
Martinelli
Yeah,
was
but when
standing there
when
with
you've
his
turned-
back
Yeah, but
to
when you've
Edison.
turned your back,
He's got his back to him and his hands are between his legs. His shoulders are rounded over. Watch the video again,
you've
bro.
stopped him from running and committing towards the ball.
Are you saying a player can't stand somewhere?
Yeah, but
think- are you
If
literally
you have the
saying-
intention, if you have the intentions to go for that ball, 100% you can. But when you've turned, when you've done a complete 180, you're facing the other way.
That's right.
And you're conscious of when the keeper's going to come out. And
He doesn't know when the keeper's coming, bro. He's got his back
you
to the
do because
keeper.
you've looked at the keeper,
Bro,
and then you've turned around.
He's made his way to where he's meant to be.
Didn't they change the rule? Because Arsenal were doing this last year.
No, they changed the contact rule.
So that
the
was because of
grabbing-
Arsenal last year.
Yeah. So
This year now,
because Arsenal anyway.
No. That rule was definitely from Arsenal last year, and now they've found a way to without holding him to.
That's right, bro.
Which is smart.
Absolutely.
fair enough.
It's
Do it.
smart. It's brilliant.
Honestly, do it.
Bro,
The ref should call it.
So it is the
Saliba-
dark arts pretty much.
No, it's not. It's what's wrong with it?
I like it.
I got
I'm
nothing
all
against
for
it,
it.
bro.
What's wrong
No,
with it?
tactics are
Wait,
tactics. You got to do what you got to
stopping
do.
a keeper from doing his job.
Yeah,
When it
then
happened
give
to
the foul.
Ramsdale- Yeah, when it happened to Ramsdale,
Yeah.
we didn't get a free kick. They got a goal.
I'm all
When
for it.
Newcastle did it, it didn't get called.
Oh, no,
it
no.
didn't
I
get
got no
penalised.
problem with it either.
Even-
But what's
even
the issue
if-
that
I
we
think-
do it week in, week out?
But even
Do it.
the other goal when the ref has called the player to come and have it.
We'll
Bro,
talk
Walker
about that.
was
Let's-
in right back.
Let's stay with this one first. Let's stay with this one first.
Where did the goal come from?
Bro, Walker was in his position.
One at a
One at a
time.
time. One at a time.
He was already in his position, bro.
The ref was on the side. The ref was on the side.
Before Party kicked the ball, Walker was in right back.
Guys, can we just stay at the
If
keeper
you don't
first?
believe me, I'll pull it up on the TV.
Wait, let me look at it.
I've seen it multiple
Back to the
times. A
keeper.
few
Back to the
times,
keeper.
actually.
I feel like now Arsenal have gone from being bullied to bullying teams, and teams are not happy with
Yeah,
it.
people can't hack it.
I love it. It reminds me of how Chelsea used to have big bodies and they bully
It's
people from
It's
the
Gabby's
corners.
face. It's Gabby's face.
Look, he's
Fuck
hittable.
does that even
But-
mean?
Gabby's
but-
face.
What does that even
but-
mean, bro?
It's just he's got a face that you just wanna
until
genuinely-
you guys get punished for it,
Try
keep
it.
doing it.
Bro,
keep doing
this,
it.
This is the thing. They can't punish us. Otherwise, it's
Keep
going
doing
to
it.
end up being every corner, every free kick, every cross into the box, everything will be penalised. And
Well,
we won't see goals from it.
It's understandable now because obviously Kai can't even fucking pass your own teammates. So now you have to score from corners and Saliba, Gabriel. That's it. It is what it is.
That was horrible bait. I'm not biting either.
I was gonna.
I'm not biting
I had
either.
a build up, and then you guys started talking about fucking 15 other things.
Okay, start with the build up.
Fucking shit. it.
Fuck, this is
Tell
going
us
all
your
this is
build-up,
going all
bro.
over the place. Let's start from the start of the game.
It's too late now.
Can we
'cause
start from the start of the game?
You went from
Nah.
the goalkeeper to the
Oh.
offside. I mean the.
Riyad's fault, bro. He got me wound up.
Hey, one by one, boys.
One by
one.
Kick off.
Haaland,
No.
Kai, and
Kick off. Kai and Rodri.
Rodri. That's all right. You guys targeted him.
Rodri. How do we? Rodri stepped in front of Kai.
Nah, you went straight to him.
Rodri stepped in front of
The
Kai.
poor guy did his knee because of you blokes.
We're going off topic again.
The poor bloke, you guys did his knee.
We do not encourage or celebrate any injuries to any players.
You do
But
because look at your fan base.
Rodri stepped in front of Kai. Kai put a shoulder into his chest. Rodri dropped, trying to get Kai a red card from the
Fuck, that
from
would
the
have been
kickoff,
unbelievable.
bro. It was 3 seconds into the game, and he dropped and he stayed down for fucking 45 seconds.
That wasn't that much.
Bro, how weak is that?
It's the best stadium in the world, but no, that was weak.
Once upon a time, Neil.
Loves it.
Wow.
So who's the best stadium now since Rodri's
Yeah,
gone?
Rice.
Bro, don't fucking joke. That is a joke.
Ender.
Endo's even more.
And they can't even get on the fucking team sheet.
Oh, bro.
I'm joking. Obviously.
Give Riyad 1 year of fitness and he'll be better than Endo by the end of the day.
Endo's all right. He's all right.
And those are right. I like it.
He's all right. He does the
But
job.
yeah, no. So that I think that set the tone that it's going to be a physical game off the bat.
Yeah.
Followed up by the Haaland
Breaking
rugby
records.
tackle on Saliba. Like, I don't know
That was-
what else you want to call it.
I feel like if he
He didn't challenge for the ball. He just hit the man.
that was cleanish though.
Come on, bro.
They both sort of went up.
Saliba won the header when Saliba was in the air.
That was just
Haaland just fucking rugby tackled
two
him, which is
beasts going
fine, bro.
at-
Yeah, it's fine. They both dropped. No
Yeah.
issues. It's a physical game, all right? You've set the tone. It's going to be a physical game. That's
Unbelievable.
fine.
I
Let's
wish I watched it.
keep it going like that then.
Spewing.
It's not an issue. But I will say their goal, Savio, he goes by Savinio now, apparently. Very smart.
He split you guys like that was crazy.
Yeah, so
I actually rated that.
We were man-to-man pressing that instance, and then Bernardo dropped out in between the two centre-backs, picked up the ball and carried it forward. They then got the ball out wide, and Bernardo's run dragged Partey and Gabby out of position, which allowed Haaland to split the two centre-backs, which is the first time he's had joy in the recent games against Arsenal. So
that was a good goal. Good finish.
100 goals, man. That's amazing.
Crazy.
He's a machine. He doesn't even look like he's a 100-goal player, but
in 105 games.
He's equaled Ronaldo's record.
Yeah, ridiculous.
He could have actually. Well, yeah, I think he could have broken the record.
Oh, honestly,
he matched it. He could have broke it last week in the.
If he scored,
if he scored, but he didn't score that game. So
yeah, well, bro, if we think about all the chances he's missed as well, some of the clean sitters that you'd expect him to score, he should have smashed that record.
Unbelievable.
But, he's matched it. So
is it 100 total for City or is it 100 Premier League?
No, 100 for one club. Yes,
just one club, isn't it?
100 and 105 or something like that.
It's like 70 something in the Prem.
It's still high.
He's matched the greatest of all time's record.
For Real Madrid, not United.
Yeah, and not in the world.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
But yeah, so they go up 1-0, and at that point, they were on top of us. City were dominating the game. 20 minutes, that first 15 or 20 minutes, they were completely on top of us. I reckon
90% of that game they were on top of you guys.
What a stupid thing to say.
95% of the time they were on top of you guys. In every aspect.
No, he's talking from from the 0 to 120th minute.
we played against Manchester City, the current Premier League England champions,
the best team in England,
for 55 minutes with 10 men.
But you can't. Hold on. You can't be happy with that performance.
Hold on. I got to hear.
Yeah.
City played against Man City. When they went down to 10 men, they lost 6-0. Liverpool played against City. When they went down to 10 men, they lost 5-0. Tottenham played against City. They went down to 10 men, they lost 3-0. United played against City. They went down to 10 men, they lost 4-1. We played against City. Xhaka got sent off. Bro, we've had 6 red cards in our games against City in recent years. We've lost all of them. Why would he be like, let's send it? We're 2-1 up at the Etihad, and he's like, let's go get a third goal. Why?
No.
Why would he go get...
Absolutely, you're not going to send it. And
we have the best defence in the league.
And you already had the lead by half time. It was 2-1. It was 2-1.
Why wouldn't we play to our strengths? Why wouldn't we be like, we are the best defence. If you want to score, you're going to have to get through us. We're going to camp the edge of our box. We're drilled. Everyone knows what they're doing. Why would we go out and be like, we're going to keep trying to play against City?
Yeah.
Before the red card.
Absolutely. For the long run.
The first 20 minutes, City was on top. They came out. I think they really wanted to stamp like Arsenal isn't a contender for us. I think they really wanted to stamp that. After Rodri's injury, that's when the game shifted and we were dominating. We were on top. We got our 2 goals. We could have had a third. Gabby missed another header from the first corner. I want to point out, it could have been 3-1 going into half-time. That game would have been done. 2-1, why would we go and play against City to suit them? Tell me, please, why? What a stupid thing to do.
No, you're right.
City of all teams do.
Automatically, you're gonna play a low block and you're gonna park the bus. Automatically, especially with one man down, unless you're Ange. But I feel like, this is probably off topic, it's still relatable. Does this give you a bit of confidence going into the season, knowing that you guys can grind out results? And even though you have been playing great football, but you're still getting results. And for the title race, this is a positive step.
This is how you have to play to win titles, defense.
Yeah, who said it? Defense wins championships.
I'm pretty sure it was Mourinho.
Yeah, attack wins games or something.
Yeah, park the bus, one counter attack.
Unbelievable.
Worst game
I remember when was it? When Mourinho won it the second time, or I think it was the second or third time. Emirates used to call us boring Chelsea. Do you remember those?
Yeah,
I was looking for.
You guys were winning the league.
Yeah. Obviously, Arsenal doesn't play like that. We know Arsenal don't play like that.
I think this year they're going to grind out results.
No.
If we have to, we
if
can.
If you have to, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
But does that give you the confidence?
Yeah, I was confident anyway. At no point. Yeah, at no point during the first 5 games of this season, 6 with the Champions League game, have I had any concerns about what we've done.
Okay.
In all honesty, like I've had no issues with the way we've played, with the way we've defended, with the way we've attacked. I think as the season goes on, you're going to see a much more free-flowing Arsenal. But for right now, start of the season, we're going to play a record number of games again, more than we've ever had in probably, I don't know how many years, but We'll be fine.
Does your depth concern you though?
No.
Okay.
No.
I feel like in previous seasons you've had better depth.
No.
You've got players like Esa who are actually playing really well for Fulham.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you would love to have him.
Yeah, definitely. But he's probably the only one. Outside of that, the last 2 seasons we've done 85 and 89 points. During those 2 seasons, predominantly the same players have played week in, week out, yeah? So even if you talk about depth, it's obviously gotten to the point now where Edu and Arteta have looked at the squad and been like, all right, well, you contributed 3%, you contributed 10%, you contributed 5%. We don't need you. We can get through without you. We get rid of 5-6 players. We bring in 2-3 players that are going to play more games. They're going to have more impact, and they're going to be more a part of a squad that's going to hopefully win the title.
Yeah.
They're going to have... It's just unlucky that at the same time you lost Odegaard, you lost Marino, you lost Calafiori. I got the names here. Like, there was a point where we had 7 injuries to this first team. 6 if you don't count Tierney, which I probably shouldn't. But that's highly unlikely to happen again. Like, to have that many injuries to the first team probably won't carry on.
Yeah, it definitely will, because it happens to all of us. It's ridiculous. The amount of games they play,
the likelihood's even higher now.
They're playing record games. People are complaining about how many games. Look, it's good for us.
It's great for us. Don't get me wrong. Every second day we've got a game.
Yeah.
It's especially when United plays. I love it.
Your sleep pattern's completely messed up now because you're...
As soon as United come on, you go to sleep.
I don't think I've watched a full 90-minute Chelsea game, bro.
We don't want you to watch it anyway, bro.
But
I've watched one game. I've actually watched a bit of the Chelsea and the West Ham game.
Yeah, you hate watching. You're like, West Ham shit.
Bro, Sancho gives one pass from like halfway.
Unbelievable.
Like a standard pass. Jackson does a wonder run, scores a goal, goes, wow, Sancho assist.
Bro, he knows. He's like,
bro, you can't tell me
we're not playing terrorist football now. We don't have Eric Ten Hag anymore.
West Ham are just terrible, bro. They're so bad.
West Ham, you know what?
West Ham,
we were
West
praising
Ham
them at the
Bro, they
lineup,
beat, this year, they beat Palace. They beat Bournemouth, which slapped you guys, Liverpool. They lost to City. They drew with Fulham, which nearly beat you guys.
That didn't slap. Bournemouth didn't slap us.
do I need to pull us back onto the Arsenal City game?
Sorry. I'm just saying. We'll go back to that. Sorry. But I'm just saying this, notion, West Ham's atrocious. They're going to get relegated.
West Ham's had a poor start to the season.
They beat Palace.
They've lost 3 home games, which they've never
Who
done.
said they're going to get relegated?
Anyway, yeah.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, don't make me bring up the chat.
You might as well get sacked.
Anyway.
Alpy, go back.
Sorry.
No, I just want to talk. Like, after Rodri's injury and he went off, for the remainder of that half, we were on top of them. We could have had a bigger lead. And if that game had stayed 11v11, I don't think we would have lost. I think we would have seen the game out, whether it was 2-1 or we got them on a counter in the second half or something like that.
I still reckon it would have finished the draw somehow.
I don't think so.
It's a game of momentum. Anything could happen in the second half.
I don't think so.
A couple of subs.
11v11, we wouldn't have sat in a block. And even if we'd ended up in a block, the block wouldn't have been as low and they wouldn't have had as much possession.
Yeah, but again, I don't think City were really great with the ball as well.
They had a
crap
really
game. Bad. But what can they do? So
take more risks.
No, this is the thing. With the
take more shots. Like
they tried,
you know Arsenal aren't going to move. They're playing that 5 defenders, and they literally have the midfielders sitting in front of them. That at one stage they even subbed off the striker.
Who
was it? Havertz?
No, Havertz played the full 90.
No, he was there. He just didn't.
He
didn't pass anyone.
Was it Saka that you guys subbed up?
Martinelli.
That was a half time.
Saka came off at half time.
Yeah. Okay. So at one
did
stage,
you watch the game?
No, I did. I watched the game.
How did you watch the game?
It was
with his ass.
boring.
How did you watch the game?
Boring.
Yeah.
No,
let me talk about it then. You've not watched anything. We started the second half in a 5-4 block.
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
5-4. So we took off Saka and we put on Ben White. We went Ben White, Saliba. No, Ben White. Timber, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. So we had a back 5, and in front of them we had Martinelli, we had Rice, Partey, and Havertz, right? What was then happening was City were getting the ball and they were recycling it outside of our block. But they were getting a lot of crosses in from Bernardo, who was shifting out wide, and he was getting the ball and he was making things happen. Haaland was occupied by Gabby and Saliba together. Bernardo then shifted to go in between the lines, so he went between our left back, Calafiori, and our left centre back, Gabby, and he was picking the ball up in pockets inside of our box, right? When that happened, Arteta switched. He made Martinelli a left back. We then played a back six, and we played with the three in front of Partey, Havertz, and Rice. At that point, City were taking shots from outside the box, which is fine. Arsenal were basically, Arteta was like, if you want to shoot from fucking 25, 30 yards, go ahead. You've got a lower chance of scoring a goal from there than you do if you get out wide, down the line, and get the crosses into the box. At that point, Pep should have made subs, and he should have taken off three of the back four and just left either Rodri or Guardiola or someone with a bit of recovery pace if the ball went in behind. And he should have put players on that can take shots from the edge of the box, and that could have caused Arsenal a problem to have to step out to those players. Because what ended up happening is we had a back six across the 18-yard, if not the penalty spot, and we just had three players in front of them that were just slowly stepping out as City were recycling the ball on the edge of our box. But this is what I don't understand. We're copying a lot of shit for this, and I don't understand it.
Maybe it's because it's just Arsenal.
It's just because it's Arsenal.
It's just because it's Arsenal.
You guys always say champagne football. This is how you win games, and now you're doing the opposite, which that's my bread and butter. Chelsea,
But it's great.
love parking the bus.
It's great. Postecoglou gets shit for not being flexible, for not changing his tactics, and Arsenal and Arteta get shit for being flexible and for changing their tactics and not having to play the same
whatever
ball.
gets you the results.
Bro, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And this whole thing of the way the City players have come out after, they're fucking rattled. They are so fucking
There's
rattled.
a lot of heat now after this game. There's a lot of heat going on.
They've realised that we're on their heels, bro. I'm not saying we're level with them. I'm not saying we're ahead of them. We are on their heels, and they know we're not going anywhere. They tried to stamp us out this game by starting so quickly, and it did not happen.
It's a long
They
season.
scraped a fucking draw in the 98th, and they ran off and celebrated. Last season, Rodri saying they came here to draw and they celebrated like they won. Look who done the same thing
I
this
know
game.
last week Tottenham was your most hated team.
Yeah, still is. It'll never change.
I don't know.
Will never
I feel like you're steaming after this.
No, this is different
with
because
City's antics.
these fixtures have more riding on them in terms of getting. If you get one up on City or if City get one up on Arsenal, the picture entirely changes about the title
Fine
run.
margins.
Yeah,
Because the last 10 weeks, I've got the run here of City's last 10 games and Arsenal's last 10 games. Your City's last 10 games is Brighton at home, Leicester home, Manchester, the derby away. That's an easy win. Palace home, Everton away, Villa home, Wolves home, Bournemouth and Fulham away.
Yeah.
So they've got a really easy run the last 10 weeks. Your last 10 weeks, I actually added United there as well as 11th. It's United away, Chelsea at home, Fulham, Everton away, Brentford, Ipswich, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Liverpool away, Newcastle at home and Southampton. So that's your last.
Are these the last 10
The
games?
last 10. So points matter. These games matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end, they've got an easier run towards the last 2 months of the season, the last 10 games. Easier
Possibly,
run.
but they'll have a harder run somewhere in the season. Plus, with Rodri's ACL,
That could change
which we
things,
need
yeah.
to talk about.
I've got also pulled the stats of win rate with and without Rodri.
Let's see if you got it right.
Win rate 74.1%.
Yep.
And they've without Rodri, they're 61.9. No, is that right?
Yeah, so
That's
basically their loss rate with Rodri is 3%. Their loss rate without Rodri is 31%.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So they need him. Well, luckily they got Gundogan back now.
But that's going to mean that you can't play.
He can't be flexible. He can't go up.
You can't play a Rodri, De Bruyne, Foden. You got to play a Gundo, Cover, and one of them now.
Yeah.
Because Savio's got the right wing lockdown. You got Doku and Grealish on the left, and Haaland up top. So now it's a fact of they're going to have to try squeeze in either a KDB or a Foden because there's no longer two spots available for him because Rodri's not there to cover the transition anymore.
You're right.
Look, obviously he's a massive player out for him.
Well, he should win the Ballon d'Or, to be honest.
Yeah.
He should.
Not Vinny.
But I feel like Stones played that role pretty well as well.
It's pretty good CDM. Sometimes
Stones inverted into CDM when they had possession. It's a lot different and this is what we're talking about with Trent. It's different inverting into a position when your team's on the ball and you've got possession and you're in control of a game.
He did this in the Champions League final though as well.
But he was inverting into it.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing. He was coming from centre
They've
back
also got
into...
Kovacic too, and he's really good on the ball.
Yeah, but he's not as mobile, and he can't snuff out attacks. He's not a transition counter.
Yeah.
He can't stop transitions like Rodri can, bro. Rodri's the best in the world.
Does City sign anyone in January?
They'll go for Zubimendi.
He goes there. Fucking hell.
Could you, man?
I'll have a meltdown. That's when I'll get upset.
But I do want to focus on one thing, right? So, Arsenal start to the season, 5 games, 4 of them have been away, right? We've had one home game in the first 5. We've played away at Villa. We've played away at Spurs. We've played away at was it Brighton or I can't remember if it was Brighton or Wolves.
That was the one you guys lost, wasn't it? 1-0.
No, we drew 1-1. We haven't lost
1-1.
a game.
Sorry, 1-1.
It was Brighton or Wolves. I can't remember now. My brain's mush. And away to City. And if you think about the last week, it was away at Spurs on Sunday, away at Atalanta in the Champions League on Thursday, and away at City again on Sunday. That's 3 away games in a row with big travel in between them as well. Compare that to City's last 3 games. They played Brentford at home. They played Inter in the Champions League at home on Wednesday, so they had a full extra day's rest, plus they haven't travelled, and then they played Arsenal at home again. Both teams have come out of that with 1 win and 2 draws. Okay. The exact same results. If you're asking me how does it make me feel that we can grind out results, we grinded out 3 results in that week. Unbelievable. I love it.
That's good. That's what you want to hear.
There you
I
go.
love it.
I like it. You know what?
Happy LP is a good LP, bro.
Riyad thinks his team is grind out results. Doesn't make sense.
This is what happens when Becky's not on the pod fucking constantly throwing jabs at me from the side and me getting cooked and having to counter.
LP's probably, after watching this episode, he's going to be spewing.
Oh, Becky, 100%. Because
sorry, Becky.
Now, Berks, you're going to have to back your squad. Let's talk about Bernardo Silva's comments. I got the quote here, right?
I ignored it yesterday because I was working and I was just in La La Land. Going back at it now and dissecting it and seeing what he meant.
He's having a dig. He's clearly having a dig at Arsenal.
He's having a dig at Liverpool as well, though.
Do you really reckon he's
100%?
I think if you look at this fully objectively, I'm not trying to say this from a Liverpool perspective. If you look at exactly what he said, the shit that he's saying in there is Liverpool title winners. They've won Champions League. They've won things. Yeah. They were a better opponent for us in terms of they were more of a challenge. That's how I'd see it. They were more of a challenge. If you read that objectively, I don't see it as. I know that Arsenal fans are saying the whole little brother.
It's not even Arsenal fans, bro.
I've seen it mostly from there, though.
Honestly, it feels like they're just going, "Oh, you're my younger brother.
Yeah,
well done. I'm your dad." Like, obviously, you guys are one in the last. How long was Klopp there? 8 years, 9 years.
8. Yeah.
You've won 1 Premiership. You've won 1 Champions League. You've done nothing else.
But against the City side, that is still more than anyone else could do, though.
They've been slapping you guys around for 8 years, bro.
That's how it is. They've been slapping everyone around for 9 years, bro. What can you do? We challenged them.
But I'm saying they've slapped everyone around for the last,
But he's come out, Don't forget, Bernardo was a player that didn't clap your guard of honour.
Yeah, no, he's a rat. I don't disregard that. I don't like these comments either. Don't get me wrong.
Bernardo was the same player that came out and said, why are Liverpool players winning individual trophies when City are the one winning all the team trophies?
Yeah, I remember all this, right? Yeah.
So now everyone's jumping on Bernardo's comments thinking that he's praising you guys, bro. He doesn't praise, he doesn't respect you guys, he doesn't like you guys, he doesn't think that you're good competitors. The cunt's a rat.
He's honestly
he's a piece of shit.
He's putting salt.
Bro. And now
he is a rat. I don't doubt that.
Everything he's saying is in past tense as well. Like
Liverpool were,
aren't even relevant to them anymore.
Yeah.
But you're all posting it and making a big deal of his comments, being like,
I've not posted it.
We were better challengers for City than Arsenal are.
I'm just saying, look at it objectively. Don't look at it from any side. I think if you, like, in the context of literally what he has said, the way he's worded that, if it was like, we miss Liverpool, Liverpool, they were the best. The
beauty of this is
but that's not how he said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's true too. You could look at, that's what I'm saying. There's 2 sides of the fence. If you're an Arsenal fan,
he's a snake.
He's a full snake. See, he's making us fucking argue. Like, well, you and Becky full and go on this anyway. But like, if you look at it fully objectively, I'm trying to say, like, don't look at it as a Liverpool fan or a Arsenal fan.
I can take it both ways. I did, but then I had to look back and look at the results.
Let him finish his point, bro.
That's actually my point, though. If you look at it fully objectively, I think it's trying to say. It's and obviously it's a dig at Arsenal too, just to be like and it's a compliment at the same time because saying we don't like you guys because we know you are a threat. But at the same time, I still feel like it's trying to say Arsenal aren't as much of a challenge as Liverpool were to us during those years when they were neck and neck. That's how I'd say it. I don't condone anything he says. He's a rat.
Yeah.
Outright rat. I'll say it straight in the camera too. Absolute rat. But yeah,
And he owns your club.
Yeah.
he doesn't own it. Come on,
He's
bro,
a rat.
relax.
But
Relax.
it's pretty small. He's come out and he's done. Now
He owns your
You know
club.
what?
But
He's actually
the one-
rattled both sides
but
of the
he's
fence
rattled
too.
both
The,
sides.
no,
Yeah.
the one thing I'll say is I commend him for keeping the same energy across both teams. So,
Yeah.
like as I said, he didn't clap your guard of honor. He came out and he said all sorts of stupid
He's
shit.
a
when
rat
you got,
to both sides. Yeah.
So he's at least he's
Consistently good.
consistently a rat. You know what I mean? But honestly, like maybe it is the Arsenal lens in front of me that makes me look at it and be like, he's come out and said, we miss how it was with Liverpool, but they won every title except for one.
Yeah,
all
during the
those
time,
years they smashed you guys time after time after time, and every time you went to City and you tried to play against them, they won.
No, we've
Not
won
every
in Klopp's
time.
era as
Yeah,
well.
well,
We've
you
won
beat him-
quite a few. Like
One.
during the last few seasons. No, there was
No, bro, you beat them
During
once
the
at
ti-
Etihad,
No.
and that was in the Champions League.
no.
At the Etihad,
We beat them like
you've never bring
it up.
3-1, wasn't it?
You've
During
never
that,
beat them at the
that
Etihad.
Fabinho goal. It was like from 30 yards out.
Let me do a fact
Bro, I'm
check.
telling you,
Claudio Bravo was in goal. I remember that. That was the title winning
I
season.
got it right here.
I'm pretty sure we beat them. That was at the
bro, I
Etihad.
got it right here. Yeah, in 2017, the first game 1-1 draw. The second game they beat you 5-0.
Yep, the red card.
Yeah.
This is Sparta when Mane
In
straight
19,
through chest.
it was 2-1 to City. In 20, 4-0 to City. In
Yeah, I remember that
the
one.
second game in 20, 1-1. 2022, 2-2. 23, 4-1, and then 23, 1-1. So you've never
telling
beaten
you, hold
them outside of the Champions League 17, 18 in the semis.
With-
and then you
When
won.
Ox went out and got injured, that was that game.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I think you won the champs that year as well.
No,
When is United going to be this relevant?
that was the first time we lost
But
it.
this-
But yes,
The point stands. Like he's like, we miss how they used to
We're not
play
talking
against
about
us
United
now,
because
bro.
for them it was easier.
Not yet.
I don't know. I still don't see it that way. I wouldn't say it was
Chelsea's
easier.
relevant.
It was, I think, and if you look at Klopp and I was going to say Klopp and Pep's relationship during that time as well.
Yeah,
It was
Lovey-dovey.
different. It was different, yeah, because they respected each other. That's how you see
that
it.
came back from
It was
Germany
never.
as well,
It was
bro.
never Pep going like this, like you are the best. I love you, Klopp.
No,
Like,
they-
it wasn't-
that's all they
Does
did.
Pep,
after the game?
That's all
does
they
Pep
did.
invite Arteta
That's
to
a respect thing.
barbecues at the
Wait,
moment?
wait.
apparently they were messaging after the game. Pep
So-
said they were messaging.
So
each other
Pep
after
goes.
the game.
Pep goes.
They're still
They're
friends.
the very best. They're such a very good side. That's what they say. They're such a very good side. It's like how Aguero when he leaves, he's like, "I'm never gonna replace him.
Yeah, we can never replace him. We can never replace him.
We cannot replace him."
We can never replace him.
Yeah.
But that's how like, you got to consider that stuff too. I don't think it's just like.
he used to do the same for Klopp as well.
What do you mean? Who?
Pep and Klopp used to suck each other off.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's respect there. This
Yeah,
is
but it's the same thing with Arteta. It was the same thing with Arteta. I think
it's not at the same level though. I don't think you could say it right now at this point in time.
no, it's not. But I think Pep and Arteta will, for the cameras, have a very respectful. Their best team in the
'Cause they
world,
have to,
best
it's a
team in the world.
storyline, it's that, yeah.
But I think Pep bringing Arteta to City, Pep guiding Arteta's initial steps into managing. I think it's a really big thing now where Arteta's like, I'm here.
I need to be better.
I'm
right.
taking over.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And Pep's like, you're not taking shit.
Yeah, relax.
That's what,
Yeah.
regardless of how good your relationship is outside of football, once there's a rivalry,
Oh, absolutely.
bro, you have all of a sudden just automatically become like one of my nemesis. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are,
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Well, not for you. You've got none. Maybe like fucking. I don't know.
Barnsley fans.
Bournemouth
Barnsley
fans.
United, they hate each other.
Eat your words. You will eat your
Eric
words.
Ten Hag and Lopetegui.
You guys will eat your words. United are building something here.
What are you guys
I'm
building?
quiet about it. I'm
Look, you don't even have the best Portugal in the Premier League. They've got the best. The best Portugal. The best Portuguese. Bernardo Silva is time 500 better than Bruno Fernandes.
Does Bernardo Silva have the same impact playing for United than he does for?
Bruno has had zero impact this year.
No,
This year he's done nothing.
this year he's done nothing.
Have a quick look at that.
This year
Vince.
he's done nothing.
What,
Yeah,
what have you sent me?
but again,
No, not me.
still early.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's leave the Arsenal game there because I feel like we can honestly talk about the Arsenal game
You can talk about us
for ages, bro. Genuinely, there was so
That
much
was
happening.
That
like-
was the most boring half of football I've seen in
the
a
Haaland-
very long time.
See that to me as an
Rotate.
Arsenal fan, that was the most difficult
wow.
55 minutes of football that I've
100%
watched.
it would have been difficult.
Bro, my heart was through my fucking chest.
Yeah, absolutely, because it was a massive game for you guys.
It was a massive game for both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think now you're going to see Haaland's comments, Silva's comments, Pep's comments, Walker's comments. Now what you're going to see is at the return leg, it'll be a different game.
Has Haaland been punished for throwing the ball at
Nah,
Gabby's head?
it's part of the game.
That was fucking funny, but
See, it was disrespectful. If
I wrote
See,
that.
now
If
there's a
you
build, there's a bit of a
like
build
that, I
up.
reckon.
There's
If
a
he
build up
threw
for the
it
next game
at
now.
his
Yeah.
face, and Gabby saw him, fair. I'd find that funny too because it's like you're gonna shit stir him, but you're shit stirring him. Like,
But he was still looking at
face
him
to
as he
face.
ran off, didn't he?
No, bro. Gabby had his shirt over the back.
He hit
of
him
his,
in the back
like-
of his head.
Yeah, Gabby had his shirt over his head, and Haaland launched the ball into the back of Gabby's head.
funnier though.
You know what? He reminds me. Haaland's fuckery there reminded me of Diego Costa in his prime. In that 2 years he was at Chelsea.
Yeah,
too.
okay.
He was just-
Paulinia at
Yeah,
Arsenal.
he was giving it to everyone's life, but he never got a yellow card or a red
Yeah, I
card.
know.
But he was such a cunt to everyone.
Can you
and it
not
was good
say-
to watch.
Use the C word, please.
Why can't we? It's R18.
We're going to
it's
lose
not?
sponsorship revenue as we go.
Haaland-
Is it not?
No,
Can
it
I
is.
say it?
It's explicit. It's explicit.
Haaland
It's
is the
fine.
face of the Premier League, so Haaland gets away with more than anyone. I think if other players...
And he's got stats to back himself.
Yeah. He gets
So-
away with more than anyone. Like,
Absolutely.
he's the face of the Premier League. They don't want to punish Haaland.
No.
That's why I think City have been let off the hook so much as well. Like, they're the face of the Premier League currently.
Okay, currently, but
Currently.
now let's talk about their charges. 115 charges.
Do we know
Nah,
enough
we
about
don't
it?
know.
There's still not enough that's come out of
Yeah,
it,
we-
though, to be honest.
There's a lot of speculations that saying that they might lose points.
Yeah, no, this is we were about to touch base. We're
No,
gonna do
honestly, though,
that 2 weeks
as,
ago.
We were,
as an Arsenal supporter,
Yeah, bro.
We went from Chargers to Arsenal.
no, bro, Chelsea's irrelevant, bro. Is this the season where you want City to lose points?
No, I don't care if City lose points or not. I genuinely don't give a shit if City lose points or not.
Okay,
Red, you just went from one thing to
I
another.
genuinely don't care.
I don't know, bro. If I was in a title contention, I'd want to win it fair and square.
Bro, if they lose points,
Yeah.
great. If they don't lose points, great.
If
I
they
don't
lose
think- yeah.
points, it's a null and void.
I don't care.
Asterisks.
I genuinely do not care.
At this stage too, like as given where Arsenal have come from to being like, you know, they're building up to this point where they're now a title charging team. That's not even the right word, but you know what I mean? They're a title contender
Yeah.
from where they were finishing before, you know, behind
That's
the Champions
April.
League places.
3 seasons
not
ago.
Yeah, and it wasn't that long ago. That's what I mean. Like now that you're at this stage, I think what you were saying about would you want them to lose points? That is not how you want to win a league at this stage.
Because it's always going to be the season where Arsenal,
Oh, I
where
genuinely don't care.
City basically got docked points, and it was like,
To be honest, though, it would be justice served. To be fair, like I don't think it's the wrong thing to do either. But you wouldn't want that to be like, oh, I'm preying on these guys to lose points so I can win the league. That's not what you
Firstly,
want.
I don't
you
think
know?
they're going to lose points.
No,
And if they do, I don't think it'll be relevant for this season.
no, it'll be in following seasons.
Yeah.
The action will come post this season.
And
Yeah,
then
it definitely
it'll
won't be this season.
At the end of Pep's contract when he leaves,
Yeah.
and then
They'll milk
and
they'll
next
milk
year.
the revenue out of it.
Yeah.
how
as much
funny
as
are
they
those
can.
memes when he says Roger will come back? Like, did he say that? In those,
it's like
in the first.
Rodri's comeback. Imagine when Rodri comes back and his first game's against fucking Bournemouth. Yeah, in like Barnsley in like Division 2 or something.
I would love to do the see that. You know how Juventus dropped down like 2-3 leagues and
Yeah,
Del
and they
Piero's
came back.
aid and
Bro, to be fair, it wasn't that long ago that they were in the championship anyway. So
that was long. It was ages
what,
ago.
10 years only. No,
Who's
10,
this?
12,
It was
15 years maybe. Let's say 15 years now.
It wasn't that long ago.
It really
Who-
in the
Juve
grand scheme
or
of things. No,
Manchester?
City. They
City.
weren't that
City.
like.
Wait, let me do a stat check on that.
I feel like it was 08, 09 maybe they were in the
no,
championship.
bro.
It honestly was that recent, I reckon.
All right, but let's move on. I actually want to move on to probably the Chelsea game, Chelsea West Ham, just because I
don't give. You know what? Everyone's going to hate on me. I don't give Chelsea any credit for this game.
Chelsea right in their
I
last.
don't, that was the worst performance by a West Ham side I have ever seen.
And they still play better than United.
Mate,
And they literally still play better than United.
No,
At least they attack.
No, rather than having little jabs, come up with facts. then talk to me. That was the worst.
fact is he got
the
a-
worst West Ham performance.
Okay.
I think
One,
Lopetegui
their
got it
manager
wrong.
has got it all wrong.
He got it wrong this
He
game.
got it so wrong, and then
course,
for
he
you
went
not
more
to
attacking.
like make changes as soon as you've copped that first goal.
Yeah, but their fans and everyone in that club want to play attacking style football. And it was
Would you
just
want
the
to
wrong
play
team.
attacking side football, or do you want to get punished 3-0 for playing?
It was just the wrong team to do it
stupid?
against.
Don't forget they had Moyes. They wanted Moyes out because he didn't play the type of football they
Exactly.
wanted.
That's what happened.
And then
That's
they brought in Lopetegui.
We all said too though in the chat. Remember when we saw the lineup come out? We were like, "Fuck, that's a good side they put
It's
out."
a good
And then
lineup.
Yeah, it's
they just got
a good
destroyed.
attacking lineup.
Yeah.
Chelsea cut through.
Didn't work. Yeah,
and
they
cut through was
sliced
very
them.
easy.
Yeah, that defense was
so
shambles.
slow, shamble, and that defensive
Shambles.
the Mexican midfielder. What was his name?
Rodriguez.
No, not Rodriguez. The
Oh, the one that threatened to kill Enzo.
yeah, that
Yeah, I'll
one.
kill you after the game.
Well, Soler.
No. It was their midfield Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
Alvarez.
Alvarez is their centre back line.
No.
bro,
They play him as a defensive mid.
Yeah, watch this way.
They
Is
play
it-
him
It's
pretty
an
sure
Alvarez,
Is it
yeah.
Yeah.
Alvarez?
It was
the
Alvarez.
centre
Or is it
back?
No, no,
Rodriguez?
At Ajax, he plays as a centre back, but for West Ham, he's playing as a defensive mid.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was a centre back.
No, he's playing as a holding mid. He's the
Fair enough.
slowest player I've ever seen. They
So
got their tactics
he played
so
it.
wrong, bro.
CDM or in the middle. Alvarez and Rodriguez. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Rodriguez got subbed off
And
early
again,
after
yeah,
the 2.
that was a badly refed game as well. West Ham
well,
should
just the penalty.
hey?
Just the penalty.
Yeah, but again, you that penalty should have been given, and they should have brought the results down to 2-1.
Yeah, 100%.
And that would have been game on.
Penalty.
That would have been game on.
It was
possibly.
definitely a penalty.
Do you
Yeah,
reckon
but
it would have been game on that?
No, but that's a bit of karma because last year, I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before, where
There's no karma we're
Souček-
talking about now, bro.
No, but I'm saying it's karma, bro. Because Souček handballed. Remember when Conor Gallagher hit that shot and he handballed it? He dived down, handballed it,
I feel like I remember
got
this.
back
Yeah.
up, and then ran off and nothing. He gave nothing for it. So, bit of karma. Special shout out to Jackson. You know what? Caicedo's been unreal.
What was your predictions with Jackson? How many
Jackson?
goals, assists?
I didn't say it because I'm not delusional, but I reckon he'll have a lot of
I think
goals.
you said at least 10 goals this season. Or
I
11
said
goals.
no.
He'll-
He scored 14 last year. I reckon he'll better that.
He'll get 15
He's
plus,
already
yeah.
on his way. Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is your last three. Sorry, not the issue, but your last 3 games. I think you got like 10 goals scored, 0 conceded, or
11.
something.
I think it was 11 or 10. Yeah, but we played nobody. So other than West Ham, like I'm not jumping ahead of the gun. I'm not saying we're going to finish top 2 title charge.
This is a different
Well, I
world.
was just
I think
about
we're
to
going to
say-
finish it.
This is a humble.
This is a very humble, realistic
Yeah,
score. I
I
love
was
it.
going to say you're 1 point off Arsenal.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
Are you in the title charge?
no, we're not in the title charge. I reckon
5 weeks
we
in.
are in the charge of finishing in the top 4 and coming home back to the Champions League.
I will change what I initially said at the start of the year. You guys probably will be in contention for 4th.
Wow, you're actually changing.
I
The only
honestly,
reason-
I would too, to be honest.
Right,
I didn't rate.
I
I didn't
didn't
think you would get
expect
this
it
far,
to.
but you've.
Who they've played?
But no, it's not about
no,
who
it's
they
not
play.
a-
Okay,
yeah.
let me
I was thinking
let
about
me
this
say
on
now.
the way over too. You're probably going to say
They've
the same
played
thing.
City. That's probably their hardest game, and they lost.
Yeah,
Wait,
they lost
can you
2-0.
let me
2-0.
Okay, let me rebuttal that now. It's not who we've played. It's the way we're playing, the team chemistry, the depth, the game style.
What's the
Wait,
game style?
The game style, the way where the players are buying into Enzo's system, opposed to, for example, I'm going to go back to you because that's the only team.
You know
we
he's
talk about.
thriving from Enzo's system?
Who?
Caicedo. He's been your most
He's been unreal.
prominent player.
But in saying that, people are buying into his system. Even as I would take the piss, but even Sancho, the way he's coming into games, the way he's around the game, before the game, after the game, everyone's buying into it. And he's very brutal with what he says. He goes, "If you don't buy my system, you're not playing."
There you go.
Where Poch was like, "Oh, we've got a mixed team, young team. We might do this. You know, we're a mid-table side this time. We're too young. Project."
To be fair, though, I reckon
he said
Poch's
project
problem
a lot.
was that I reckon that was Poch's issue a little bit too.
And he's a Spurs man.
because of Todd coming in.
Yeah.
It kind of like he had to just be kind of that guinea pig to be like,
I don't know.
you gotta
Enzo's
follow,
cutthroat.
you know.
He goes, "We don't need you. You're
That's
not playing."
what I'm saying. But now he's got that free reign to be able to do that, and that's what you need as a manager, which is what we were saying about. I'm not going to go back.
Like
to it,
we-
but, you know.
The way they're playing is, and it's just the vibe around the club. It seems like they're enjoying it, and that's why we're getting results.
I
And
think-
now we're lethal. So.
I think that's like I was thinking about this on the way over because this is obviously one of the games we're going to discuss. But I feel like Chelsea's now at a point where, after everything, because obviously you guys have had a bit of a quiet period as well.
We've
Not that I'm saying
what
you're
about that
coming
period where
back
we
up.
lost like 14 games in a row, or drawn, lost.
Yeah.
Well, that was right before you guys managed to somehow finish
Yeah.
sixth
That
in the
was,
end. That was
look,
unbelievable.
I said if I can get through that period as a Chelsea fan, I can probably be married for the rest of my life. That's
Was
it,
that
it was.
as a equal level of stress?
It's ridiculous. That was the most painful. That 2 months I
wait
knew
till
what you
Saturday
felt
he
like.
hears this.
Oh yeah. No. I'm saying
Yeah.
like I'm not saying. I'm
wait
saying
till
I can
Yenga
stay
hears
married
this
forever, but it's just an example. But I reckon
She
don't be surprised if we lose to Brighton next week 2-1.
No, no,
Don't be surprised.
I'm not, we're
No,
not saying we're
definitely
not saying you're a
surprise there.
superpower.
Brighton
yeah.
are actually a good
But I'm just
side.
saying we're going in the right direction.
That's what I mean. You're not like a superpower, but like I feel like after however many 6,000 managers and about $7 billion spent, you probably finally found the right mix of players that can play all together and fit into a system from a coach who can actually
See,
play a
even
system that
I-
he's trying to
but
play.
that's the thing. Even I wouldn't say that. Based on it's still so early. Ten Hag first season had a good run of games, and now people have turned on him and saying he's terrible.
Yeah, had a
and
good
he's
run of
gonna
games,
sack.
but the way you guys were playing,
You're not proven until you win leagues or win titles. It's simple as that.
I agree with Riyadh slightly in the fact that It is very early.
Of course, I'm not
Absolutely,
saying
no.
it's
This could be the honeymoon period.
I'm not
That's what I'm saying.
being
They're not a
delusional.
superpower. They're just looking. They're looking good. You know what I mean?
I think their biggest issue will be their depth. And I say that in a way where they've got so much depth
Too much
that
depth,
those
yeah.
players... No, I don't mean the players that aren't included in the squads. I just mean the players that are included in the match
22,
day squads,
yeah, okay.
right? You got Jackson, Palmer and Madueke starting. You got Felix, Nkunku, Sancho on the bench. Neto on the bench. These are players that aren't going to be accepting part-time, bit-time roles,
Yeah.
20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. He's going to either have to heavily rotate, which eventually players will be like,
What the fuck?
yeah, you're not going to get rhythm in players then. You know, players need consistency to get rhythm in their legs. And you might find, maybe not, maybe will, that lack of players playing consistently together might bring up players that don't really read each other well, don't know where they're going to be, can't play the right passes. I think Palmer could play with anyone.
I think our depth is our best attribute this year.
It is.
Because we're in so many competitions. And it's not high-end competitions. Like the Conference League, we can put... Me and Riyadh can suit up and play at Genk. You know what I mean?
Against Servette, we lost.
But we had 11 changes today.
Servette beat you 2-1, Lon.
Yeah, Serviette. We had 11 changes today.
Napkin.
11 changes today. And first 5 minutes, it looked like it was a little bit shaky. But then again, all these players are buying in. Then again, this comes down to the buy-in. Everyone's buying into... Wheelbarrow from Bunnings.
Wheelbarrow.
Everyone's buying into what we're trying to do at the club, which is firstly get back into the top four.
I'm so glad
and
you're
play some
happy. Like, I'm glad Chelsea brings happiness to your life.
I agree with
I'll
what
see
you're
how
saying.
it is in a month's time.
I agree with what you're
think
saying.
nothing's gonna
but
change.
I think these players that you've brought in, Felix, Nkunku, Neto, I think they're going to want to start.
Wait, I'll rebuttal that as well. Is that rebuttal?
Yeah,
Is that
because
the
they're
right word?
starters in every other other team.
They're starters from where they came from.
Felix wasn't starting at Madrid, and we were his last option to come and enjoy some football.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Felix
he's
was
coming in
dominating for Barca, wasn't he?
He played at Barcelona. Yes, he had a good season, but then they didn't want to buy him back because they're broke. So
exactly.
and they don't play Atletico. They don't play the way he wants, the way that suits him. So this was his last chance to come back. He really enjoyed his time last time. Poch didn't want him. Pedro Neto is coming from Wolves, so even if he sits on bench for 3 weeks and then comes on, plays 2 games, he's not going to care because he's
I think
he was Wolves' main man when he was there.
But he knows what he's coming into, and he'll start a lot of games. He's just starting to find his feet again. Jet's not going to start. He's not going to have many. I reckon the only issue that we're going to have in that point is Nkunku and Jackson.
Jackson.
That's it.
I think Felix will become a problem.
I don't think so.
I think Sancho will become a problem. I think
Sancho's-
Madueke will
what a
be a
sexy
problem. Yeah.
I reckon Nani's going to go at the end of the year.
Probably,
Yeah.
because there's just
Nani's
there's not enough starting positions for the amount of quality players that you have.
I
I
agree.
do think your players are quality.
But Enzo has said now.
Sorry, I think your front line is quality.
Yeah, but Enzo's come out and said if you do want to start, you got to start proving us wrong. So or start proving yourself.
Yeah, but this is the same guy that was backing Mudryk till a week ago. And then he comes out and he says, this isn't a thing about confidence. This is just Misha. Misha is this. Hopefully he can get some minutes.
Yeah, but that's not throwing him under the bus.
100% it is. Because
he played really well.
Yeah, but he's gone from backing him, being like, we need to encourage him. We need to give him chances. We need to provide for him. We need to get him confidence up.
And then
now flipped.
And that's the thing. When you have that many players who are literally begging to start week in, week out, do you have the patience?
Yeah.
Do you have the patience for a player like Mudryk?
But then think about
when you've got players
they would
that
have shipped him off.
Hey,
they would have shipped him off in January.
I think they probably would.
They probably will.
Nah, I don't think so. I think
it won't be they won't sell him, but
he'll play he'll play every Conference League game. He'll play every cup competition. And with our squad that we got, the starting 11, we'll try and finish in the top 4. We have every chance to try and finish in the top 4. That's it.
I agree.
Yeah, but all the tools to finish in the top 4.
And it won't be a problem until the end of the year. If it's going to be a problem, it'll be towards the end of the year because they're all stuck there now. So.
What if he doesn't finish top 4? Does he get sacked?
No.
Enzo?
No.
I think Enzo's their guy, bro. I think Enzo's
You reckon?
Yeah, I think Enzo's
I really like the way he talks. This is the first time I've actually seen, he talks. Lampard was a good talker, and then some of the shit he would say.
Wannabe, bro.
No, Enzo talks with authority.
He does, and he doesn't take shit from anyone.
It makes a big thing. Enzo's like what we were saying before. Poch would make not excuses, but he would find reasons why things didn't work. He'd talk about projects. He'd talk about young players. He'd bring so many things in there, being like.
So what? Enzo just straight criticises his players for not performing.
No, he gives definitives.
Yeah,
it's not an open-ended thing. It's you want to play, you buy in, you do what I say,
or else you're not playing.
You're not playing.
Yeah.
Even this stuff with Mudryk, he's like, it's not a confidence thing. Hopefully he can get minutes to play.
Yeah. He needs to see more from him.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't leave things up for
unanswered.
Yeah.
The only thing I think about Enzo,
That's one of the most things that's what I hate most about Ten Hag.
Yeah, he leaves things open-ended.
It's because he's clueless, that's why. He doesn't know what he's saying half
the
the
only
time.
thing I want to critique about Enzo is his signing or Chelsea signing of Drewsby Hall. I feel like he's going to be another Danny Drinkwater.
Possibly.
Just goes nowhere.
But it wasn't expensive, but like there's so many other players that we can bring in that are better than him.
What did you pay for him?
Not much, 20, 30 million, not even less than 20 million.
For Chelsea, nothing. But he's on a 14-year contract.
He's in any other team. He's a good player. But
I reckon we've got Andre Santos that's playing unreal in France that we can get him back. We've got this Cassari that's started.
He started this morning.
He looked really good on the ball as well.
The
so we've got
kid.
Who?
The Italian kid.
That's the one. Yeah. He played really well. That we got that Vega guy from Basel. That was 13 million.
He started this morning too.
He started this morning. He was really good.
Didn't
he
you
can
guys
play
sign some Brazilian wonder kid as well?
Yeah, they got a couple.
Estavio Willian.
Yeah,
he's a right
Estavio.
What's happening with him?
Left winger, right winger?
He's a left. Well, no, Martinelli plays right or left.
What's happening with him?
He's
a
left
lefty.
winger.
He's a lefty.
Yeah.
He's been taken. He's actually starting because he's just 17. He's had a better start or on par a start with Neymar at Santos when he was 17.
Can we not say fucking ridiculous things? Please?
No, he did same stats.
I understand that, but let's not put some random 17-year-old kid
He's not.
I've never heard of him until
The third best player
Firstly,
in the
he's
world.
not some random Brazilian kid because he's just had his Brazilian debut.
He's compared to Neymar. He's a random Brazilian kid. You're talking about Neymar. Santos is 16 years old.
First of all, he was asking me a question. Who is he? I'm giving him what type of hype he's got.
No, he doesn't have.
And that's
Neymar
from not
hype.
Chelsea fans. That's not
He
from Chelsea
doesn't have
fans.
Neymar hype.
He's got hype.
He doesn't have Neymar hype. Please, bro.
He's got hype, though.
Neymar's the third best player in the world of all time.
He was, yeah.
He doesn't have Neymar
No, he
hype.
wasn't. He's not all-time third best player in the world.
Neymar,
No way.
100%.
So he was better than fucking Maradona.
Oh fuck, sorry. Yeah, no. Oh, actually, Messi,
talking about modern
Maradona,
players?
Neymar, Ronaldo. Yeah.
Are we talking about the modern football?
Pele doesn't make my top 100. Anyway. The guy used to score in the back. I swear to God, Pele's got the same stats as me. Score in the backyard, that's a goal.
That's my favourite meme, but Pele's scoring record is just...
But I'm that type of
Literally.
guy that used to count training goals.
He throws a paper ball into a bin, it's a goal.
100%.
You
I
know,
used to
everything.
count training goals.
Did
Pre-season
you-
in
did-
training, I score.
Didn't
So he scored about
CR7
600 in a season.
have a bit
Easy
of a
go. Yeah.
dig on his podcast.
Yeah, he did. He said
course.
with Rio.
CR7.
He said all his goals are on video.
Unlike Pele.
But like, all jokes aside, I reckon we are going to finish top 4. That's anything. It has to be top 4 or bust for us. That's it.
I can say that United are going to finish top 4 as well.
I think
You
they
should
I
after
think
having
they
the
have
same
a better-
coach 3 years.
I think they have a better base initially off the 5 games to allow us to believe or to think that Chelsea are at this point ahead of United in the top 4 chase.
We just got to beat. We just got to show up against the top 6 sides. That's all we have to do.
Yeah,
Like, for now, it feels like,
Fair enough.
at least from an attacking perspective as well, you going forward, you guys are like, there's something there, you know what I mean? Like United, if you're trying to compare United, I don't see anything. Like, there's no... In any part of the pitch, there's just nothing there. I
All
don't
jokes
see it.
aside,
You guys
Hoyland.
are just biased to
No,
No, it's not. I'm not trying to be a
Hoyland's
Liverpool fan.
back-
That's genuinely...
Honestly, over the last week, I've seen more progression than I have in the last year.
Because
But
you
look at
played
the level
no
you
one.
guys are playing against.
You
No,
played Barnsley.
Despite the results, we used to grind out results against teams like Barnsley and
No,
stuff
you
like that.
did not.
We did.
they did.
We did.
They did.
7-0. They're League 3, bro.
I'm not talking about even the Barnsley game. I'm talking about the Crystal Palace game that we should have won, and I'm talking about Southampton game that we won.
Okay, I'd agree with you if you actually won that game.
This is
Right.
a good transition to the United game.
Yes.
Listen.
0-0 with Palace.
Okay, can I start? You played one good half of 45 minutes.
In
Second half,
in
you
the
broke
Palace
down
game.
again. Yes.
No, we didn't. We
First
actually
half, you played good.
We played 75 minutes of good football,
Oh.
and we only started playing well after.
Wow.
We started playing badly after the changes.
What's good for you if you think that 75 minutes was good? 45
Right.
minutes is the best I've seen you guys in
Are
3
you
years.
saying when you made the subs?
No, in the Prem right now, most chances missed is United, and they're on 17.
Yeah.
17. So clearly, we are creating.
That was against that team.
No,
You
we're
couldn't
talking
finish
about
it.
overall. We're
Well,
talking about
overall.
overall.
Now you're going overall.
And the next team, Aston Villa, which is at 12.
So then again, so you have no one to finish those shots, as Burke said.
Clearly, we're not finishing. Clearly,
You don't have anyone to finish.
No.
I do want to say...
We will
Riyadh,
get there.
I do want to say you have had very, very easy games.
Who have you played in the last 4 games? We need the easy progression.
But this is what... When you say you've got this, like, 17, the most highest chances created,
Yeah.
the level of opposition that you
Against
played,
Crystal Palace, we should have put at least 3 or 4 away. At
But
least.
that's you every week.
We just couldn't. We hit the bar twice. We had easy shots, missed
Shots on
silly
target,
decisions, trying to hit it in the back of the, on the side of the foot.
They've had the same amount of chances as you guys.
Equal amounts of shots off target too, almost.
Yeah.
6 to 5.
They've literally had the same
Listen,
amount. I'll watch
hold on.
every team needs.
You've played Barnsley. You've played Southampton.
Yeah.
You got pumped by Liverpool. You lost to Brighton. You beat Fulham 1-0. You've got Spurs coming up this weekend.
Which will probably suit us more than playing a team like Crystal Palace.
I think this game will be a big
Indicator.
like it'll allow us to see an indication of where United
I
actually
feel
is.
like playing
got?
against Tottenham will
Spurs.
suit us more than playing against a team like Crystal Palace.
Possibly.
Because it's no low block. There's no parking the bus and trying to get us on the counter. That game against Crystal Palace, it was very frustrating. But you got to also remember last year at Crystal Palace, we lost, 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, but you had 14
So we've
players
taken
out.
exactly. So now we've got 18 or 17 players to choose from to make a starting 11.
Well, you'd expect them to go out and beat them, though.
Listen, but we should have beaten them. We should have. How many?
You can't say that.
But of course I can. We
you
should have
can't.
beaten them.
You can't.
How
You're
many
You're
times
saying you
we
guys
should-
have got the most chances, but
They-
none
they
of your
have
forwards are
frustrating
scoring
game.
goals.
At the end of that game, we were extremely disappointed because we didn't get the 3 points because it was
But
pure dominance.
You also got away with a point.
With the Anana double save.
You got away with a point.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you're literally all at attack and you've left a bit of a.
No.
Yes, of course.
And Ketia picked that ball up deep, bro. He didn't pick it up high.
Hey, he's looking good.
He looks good, bro. It's consistent game time. But that's I feel like that's a really good fit.
I gave him a lot of shit.
With
but-
United, we were in control until Ten Hag made the subs.
Diallo and
that's when we
Eriksen.
lost. Hey,
Diallo and Ericsson.
I agree, yeah.
He lost
Xerxes.
it was Xerxes and Ericsson. Xerxes.
Diallo and Ericsson went off together 75th.
Okay, and then he's taken off Xerxes.
Xerxes went off 60th.
Yeah. The moment we lost, yeah, okay. Then in soup patches.
God doesn't even know.
I was just so frustrated, bro.
So rattled.
when I don't get the results, I don't want to look at EPL for the rest of the week.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, no,
Your
Xerxes went off first.
I just don't get why Eric Ten Hag would take Ericsson off where he's creating everything and then just play.
Who did he
put
bring
them
on? Ugarte?
He put Ugarte and Hoyland.
Garnacho?
And
Hoyland.
Rashford. And Rashford.
Sorry, Rashford. Yeah.
Your favourite Oogie.
See, that's the thing.
Absolute
That's
stinker, that
that's
bloke.
the wrong game you need to sub on Rashford. It's
Why?
the wrong because
No, he did. He
how
put
does
Hoyland on
Rashford play?
76 minutes as well.
Rashford thrives on room. Give him an inch and he'll take it. With Crystal Palace, you didn't have that. So players like Xerxes, who are always goals back facing the goals, who eventually link up with every single player, who bring get other players involved, is a type of player that needed to stay.
Yeah, but this is where...
I think Rashford had one touch coming on.
Was it that bad?
It was pretty bad.
I watched your mini match. I watched the 25 minutes.
I think he had
didn't
one
watch the
touch.
Okay.
He was the wrong player to put. He was
Wrong
honestly the
player to
wrong.
put on.
Even Ugarte.
Subs killed us that game. The subs killed us that game.
Well, that comes down to the great man ETH. Keep back.
But the only positives I can look at is defensively. That partnership between Martinez and Delete is starting to blossom.
I was watching Stick to Football. No, not Stick. The Fan Debate with Scholes and with Carragher, and they were talking about the United game, and Scholes basically said, because the United fan on the show was talking about how much that partnership and how much better it is than it was with Varane and with Maguire, and Scholes basically turned around and said, but who have they played? And the teams you've played haven't had big attacking threats.
It doesn't. Yeah, I know.
For that partnership to be tested. You know, you've been saying ludicrous stuff like they're better than Gabriel and Saliba.
I've never said
Yeah,
that.
you have.
I've never
have.
said that.
We can clip it up.
I'll
Right,
screenshot
clip it and bring it.
I'll screenshot the group chat.
I clearly said Saliba and Gabriel are the best partnership at the moment.
I don't know, bro. In
Best
the group
centre
chat,
back
you-
partnership. No, I've said that,
said
and I've even
different things in
tried
the
to
group
give them
chat.
the. I've even tried to jinx them.
You tried to jinx them every week at this
Yeah.
point, bro. Literally.
Mate,
No,
they
I-
don't miss games, those two.
I don't-
They don't.
I think talking about them as a partnership is a bit premature. Let's just wait and
No,
see how it carries
Give them
out.
more games and
Yeah.
let that partnership blossom. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Speaking about Ugarte, that's something you guys would need. You need anyone that can fit into that CDM role. Anyway, let's keep it United.
Grab's been their best player.
He actually, especially the Bournemouth game too.
Yeah, Grab's
played
been
well.
their best
Well,
player.
Finish off with
player.
United.
What?
Finish off with United.
No, I'm just saying it's still too early to judge.
Judge what? It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
No. We're talking about this season. Don't
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about
Yeah, but
Arsenal's
3
last
years-
season and
I
what
think.
season.
Why would he
this,
stop them?
I think this weekend, because I had Spurs coming fourth, so in my opinion, I think Spurs are better than United currently. I think this weekend will be a good indicator, at least for myself, to
Yeah, fair
see
enough.
what United is actually about. If you can,
Is it home or away?
I think it's at United's ground.
It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I might have
think
to
so,
call
I'll try.
Ange and tell him to bring his bathers. I'm going to be swimming around that stadium.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, but don't say
mate, I got 'em
shit
packed.
like has United reached their level or is
Well,
this
we
their
don't know
level?
because you haven't played anyone.
Clearly not, because clearly we've dominated that level.
But you played a team that's going to finish anywhere from 10 to 14 in Palace, and it was 0-0. You played a team that's gone for top 4, possibly a sneaky title charge in United. In
That was
Liverpool, and you got battered 3-0.
yeah, we got
in your
battered 3-0.
backyard.
That was a bad
In your
game, but
backyard.
every team has a bad game.
So let's
That was
see.
a couple,
Yeah, we
2 weeks
lost.
ago.
Wow.
Let's
Yeah.
see how you go against teams that are in between that Liverpool and Palace area.
Give us a run of games where it's
Well, you-
the same 11 playing consistently.
But everyone can use
They
that
can't
excuse every
come down
week.
to the same
Yeah, but
11,
we
though,
haven't
bro.
had that.
We
last
haven't
year
either.
last year we had none of that.
We had 21 injuries last
This
year. You
it's
don't
a
hear
new
us
year. New
harping
year,
on about
we've
it.
got fit players. Or now the manager needs to figure out who is our best 11, and then we can go from there.
Yeah,
then we
this-
can judge United.
You've had 3 years
No,
to
no,
figure
I'm
it
just
out.
gonna
by
keep-
the way.
Because I'm
You're gonna
also
keep
on the
judging him,
fence. I'm also on the fence of where I see United at right now.
Okay, but you're backing Eric Ten Hag.
It's a week by week
I'm
thing,
backing
bro.
Eric Ten Hag based on our history.
So wait, you've got coming up. Let's just have a look at the games coming. Let's say the next 5 games. You got Spurs,
Yep.
Villa. That'd be a good challenge. Brentford,
Two massive games.
United,
Yeah.
Chelsea. Well, that's the next 5. That's
Possibly
I reckon
you
that's
could probably not win a
gauntlet
game
of
in the next
test.
5 weeks.
Did you say Brentford and
Possibly we can
West
Ham.
yeah,
Brentford
we can
and
get
West Ham and then
absolutely
Chelsea.
humbled the next 5 weeks.
What time's the Chelsea game? Me and Riyadh could go live on that one.
3:30
What do you reckon?
in the
Yeah,
morning.
done. Let's do
You
it.
want to?
3:30 in the morning, 3rd of
Let's go live on
November.
That'd be
it's Monday,
unbelievable.
so it's
I'll
Monday.
do it. What time is it?
3:30.
3:30 in the morning.
Me and you will do it.
Yeah, I'm happy to
We'll
do
just
it.
record. I'll just press record. OBS.
Whoever wants to watch,
Yeah,
whoever
that'd be a
is
stream,
keen
yeah,
to watch
yeah.
a watch along, please leave a comment.
I
and let us
reckon-
Should we do it on
I-
YouTube?
No, I reckon we put a hot chip on it.
Oh,
I can do it. It's correct.
I reckon we put a.
I'm happy to do it.
I reckon we
What?
put something on
as
it.
in whose team wins? Or
Yeah, the
they
loser-
don't have to. Yeah, the
I'm
loser
happy to do it.
has
I'll buy it right now.
We put a. I think we do it for all of our games.
Yeah.
So as in we're reversing each other.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
whoever
yeah.
the- fuck.
Yeah,
We're gonna have the
for-
runs every
What
week.
happens if there's a draw?
No, draw. No one does.
No one does it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll buy. I'll buy it right now.
But I think like not death, please.
No, don't get a hectic
Yeah,
one,
that
man.
one looks horrible.
Bro, what is that? Anything with a
No, I
skull.
think-
Anything with a skull is
I
death. I
think
don't want
from
that.
now on, if our teams are playing against each other, if one of the teams loses,
We need to cop it.
yeah,
All right.
and if
Right.
Liverpool loses, both you and Vex.
Yeah,
don't
no,
know,
that's fair.
bro.
I mean, it's both our teams,
Yeah.
so it has to be.
If our fans and our supporters show
No,
a bit
no.
more hype, then I'll do it. Happily do it. But
I think everyone will get behind you.
Back your team, baby.
if you guys want us to do the hot chip challenge based on United and Chelsea's results, leave a comment.
Yeah, I think
then we'll
I
go
think
from
that's-
there.
I think
You know
that
what would be good? It would have been amazing.
And go from there.
It would
If you
have
show
been
no comment, then
The Liverpool United game.
yeah, I would have loved that. But it would have been amazing if there was a back-to-back run of Chelsea, Liverpool, and then Arsenal. Can you imagine? Every week you'd be having a hot chip.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to break your heart, Burks.
Yeah, yeah, okay. The game is at Old Trafford, by the way. Let's
happened
move
last
on
time we played
to
at Old Trafford?
The Liverpool game.
Yes,
Liverpool Bournemouth.
solid game. It was.
Becky had a lot of concerns about this game. Can you just open up and have a
He,
chat
he
about it?
never explained any of them to me. to be
Burks doesn't
honest,
have
but
concerns. He just
I don't
takes it
honestly.
week
I
by
would
week.
like look when I looked at the lineup.
Were
I was like,
you
oh, that's
awake
pretty
for this
solid.
game?
Of course, I watched this game. I watched this game. This one, you know what? I forced myself. I was like, I'm going to stay on the computer. I'm not going on the couch. If I'm on the couch, I'm out. That's it. But no, I watched this game. I feel like what you said before. Like I'm more confident now. At the start of the season, I was like, all right, we didn't pick up a DM. We could be fucked this season. But I feel like what's happening now at the double pivot, I like it. I like what Gravenberg's doing.
Yeah.
I feel like we played a lot through him as well.
I agree.
He conducted a lot in that game. Like he was going forward, carrying the ball. It was breaking a lot. Like it was. I'm not going to say he's a Ballon d'Or contender. I won't say he said that, but I heard a couple of.
Yeah.
I've heard calls about that.
So have I.
Love it, but it's not that level. But he's doing the job. I reckon he's been well. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured because that's my only worry. I feel like if he gets injured, which is very highly likely, at some point soon, because there's a lot of games coming up. I reckon it could be a bit of a not disaster, but
Wow, so Endo wasn't even in the squad list.
no. I think
Imagine.
See, that's
someone
amazing.
else who I
So-
spun out on that was
That's
on
what a
the
new
squad.
manager can do to a squad.
Imagine
Wow.
instead of getting Endo, you got Caicedo.
I don't know. Honestly,
Wow.
I would love to see that. I wonder if it would have
Nah,
made.
you're never going to see it.
Well,
'cause
Zoom
Liverpool's a nobody club, so no one wants to go Liverpool.
I guess we don't need to talk about Diaz. Diaz is on fire.
Yeah, he's killing it.
We
5
sort
goals?
of we spoke about Diaz last week.
Diaz
He's just
is-
sort of kept going where he
He's
week
just
in, week
he's
out, he
been
just keeps
unlocked
going.
somehow. Yeah, I don't know
Diaz
what's
is
going
the
on.
type of player that United should have signed.
I called
Well-
this early. I've got a witness. Ronick is my witness. I said the start of the year, I got one wrong. I've got one right. I said Núñez, if he gets his shooting boots on, he's going to score a lot of goals this year.
Yep.
And I said it's as soon as Diaz starts finding the back of the net, he's going to be unstoppable.
To be fair though, Núñez hasn't really been starting. He's not been getting the chances. But
Cool.
this game was a test, and he's
72
proven
minutes,
himself.
got a goal. Jota didn't even come on.
No,
What's going on with Jota?
he's just been a bit of a ghost. His last
He
few
has
weeks.
played a lot of games as well.
Yeah.
And he is injury prone. So
And the Euros.
protecting him a little
Once
bit.
he cops it, he cops it.
Yeah, protecting him a little bit's not a bad thing either.
But yeah, I feel like it was pretty routine. I reckon. Like I didn't expect us to lose this game. I thought I didn't think it'd be as high scoring as it was, but
Yeah, 3-0.
I didn't think we'd lose either. But
I haven't been impressed with Szoboszlai this year. Well, this season so
He
far.
looks a bit off.
I feel like it's a
He
bit of a
looks
slow start.
a
As
little
like
bit
last
slow.
season was the same thing too.
Is
I
it-
feel like it
is
took
it-
him a
is
while,
it-
Last year he started well. Last year he started really well and then he plummeted.
but he dipped a bit. Yeah, and I feel like it's tapered. Like he's tapered off into that shit form, and it's kind of just stagnated. But
Because
But you can't criticise them because they're still grinding out results and they're still doing
they're
well.
not grinding. They're at the moment.
They're doing extremely well.
One goal.
So
How many
like,
goals have they copped this year?
Just the Forest lost 1-0.
was it?
Yeah, you've only copped one goal this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think you've
Yeah.
conceded any other game.
yeah,
You
so
reckon,
you
you reckon
can't
they're
really,
going to beat the 15?
Yeah, no, that's right. Actually, it was only the loss.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
It's
think
just
it's
the
just
one
the
goal,
one goal. So
Wow.
yeah, I think you guys are sneakily doing your thing. I don't think you're title charges.
you don't think
No.
they're title.
But I think if Slot gets players in January, I think
Which I don't think will happen. But
next season you guys will be in contention for the title.
I don't know. I still think it's too early to tell.
It's very early to tell, and it's
You
honeymoon
reckon? Because
period.
next year they might also lose a lot of players.
That's the thing too. If
Inshallah.
But yeah, hold on.
So
Salah's,
Why?
Sly has to
Why would you do that?
rebuild.
Salah's come out and said he wants to stay.
They all say that, bro.
No, but he
if
said-
they're contracting, they're still playing for the year. Everyone comes out and
I
says,
think
yeah, I wanna
Salah
play.
genuinely, I reckon, will stay at least another
He
year.
genuinely needs to stay
Trent
top.
wants captaincy and money. He said he wants to be captain at Liverpool.
Trent also wants to own a club.
Was
Isn't it Nantes or something
Hey,
like that?
that's defamation territory. That's gonna get cut out.
We're gonna have to cut
That's
that
not
out.
true.
Sorry.
He meant Nantes. 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 FC. That's also rest in peace.
Race Collins against
Emiliano
Cancel,
Sala,
bro.
actually.
1 month in.
Wait, they actually won 100 million for him.
No.
No,
The
Cardiff.
club.
Cardiff won 120.
Yeah, 120 for him.
Oh, for Emiliano
They
Sala.
thought he was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
They
so much
said that
better.
they-
Yeah, that's spiraled out now though. That was potential to that. Apparently they had run analysis. They said if they had him, they would have won.
Yeah, the Prem.
The-
They
yeah,
would have
the
stayed
league
in
they
the
were
Prem.
in,
Sorry.
yeah,
They would have stayed in.
But yeah,
Still disappointed that
Different
Will didn't
story.
make me a coffee. Bro, you know how dry my mouth is?
Can I, before we jump off Liverpool, I don't know how much more we're going to talk about Liverpool,
whatever you
but
want.
I loved Chiesa's. I'm going to put my hand up too because I said at the start, I was like, "What the fuck? Why did we get him? Like, what's the point?" But
He's great.
the little cameo that he had, he actually came in firing, man. I loved it. Like that first touch was a fucking incredible shot too. Like he just fucking.
Did he hit the bar?
I agree with
Don't think
you.
it rebound. No, it was
post?
just it just got it's slightly.
He looks good. He's a good player.
He's an impact
He's a-
player,
yeah.
right?
No, he's really a good player.
Chiesa was a huge player a couple of seasons ago. He's just been
But
so injury
He's been injury prone.
Is
yeah.
that what I sound like when Mudryk had his 2-minute cameo against Liverpool for like 6 months?
Bro, that
No,
2
no.
minutes.
Yeah, when
I'm just saying,
when he came up against Milner or whoever it
Wow.
was. Yeah.
I do apologize to
47-year-old
everyone.
Milner.
I do apologize to everyone if I sound delusional.
the difference is, I said, I was like, why do we get him?
Nah,
now
bro,
I'm kind of
it's
sold on it. I thought he's actually
14
he's
million.
alright.
How you sold on him after?
I'm not sold on him, but you know what
Yeah,
I mean. I
he's
feel
good.
like
He's good.
he has a place in the squad.
I think Liverpool this season is an anomaly. Like we don't actually, no one really knows what could happen.
We don't even know.
They're floating under the radar for at the moment.
Like no one
Yeah.
really knows what to expect from Liverpool.
Hey, they
But
play
again,
good
it's
football.
Liverpool. Like,
They play good football.
you know, they're not they're not the biggest team in England, or they're one of the smallest teams. They're,
We literally have the most trophies in England in any
don't.
English club. Yes, we do.
United does.
No, you
No,
Oh, yeah.
48. We've got.
Have you
I think
overtaken?
it's 48. to
everyone's
47 or
overtaken.
something.
United's got 47. I think.
Hold on.
I think it's
Let's
like,
quickly Google. I'm pretty sure we do.
yeah, it might be. I think it goes Liverpool, United, Arsenal.
Hey, what about when they came down here? They had 100,000 at the MCG.
Yeah, I know, huge, bro.
I still wouldn't go watch them.
No, big club, big club.
I watched Real Madrid when they came down
because
because obviously you're going to watch.
Yeah,
a lot
we
of-
went to the
Yeah,
Real Madrid
that was
game.
fun.
Unbelievable.
bro, even when United aren't performing,
Yeah.
they're still a bigger club than Liverpool.
Liverpool, the number one club. in
With what,
England
49.
from trophies.
You just got fact
It
checked.
says, yeah, you fucking fact checked.
Yeah.
Back when my
It says this is like I'm just looking at this. I don't think this is
Right.
the actual.
In 1485,
Anyway,
we won
It was in
17
the 40s,
titles.
but it's
Who
69,
cares?
68.
Oh,
69,
okay.
68.
Who
That's
cares?
sort of, and then
Yeah,
the next
that-
one after that is
Arsenal
Arsenal
46.
40, yeah, 49.
Back
It
when they're
says.
building the
49,
pyramid.
49.
Um,
We've won more than you guys have in the last 10 years. Come on.
I think we're good there.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
That
episode
is
7,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
That's it, bro. It's 10 o'clock.
We're, yeah, that's episode 7. That's 007 now.
007.
007.
007.
Who's on 007? Who was Sancho at United was 007. Hoyland was 007.
Wasn't Mudryk 007 as well?
No, he actually got an assist
Mudryk's
or a
like
goal.
0014,
No, he
bro.
got an assist or a goal
Mudryk
just
done
before the
I think
seven.
it's just before that. Yeah, right.
just
You're
before
right.
the 7.
Who else
Hoyland,
got
Hoyland was
Mount-
007.
Mount 007.
Hoyland.
I already said it, 007.
Oh, sorry.
Could you imagine those guys were all like, you know, firing, scoring goals?
Yeah,
Would
but we
probably
can't
be
because they
top
haven't.
two.
And then who's not going to get 007? Neto's not going to get 007.
Even
Felix not
Haaland
gonna
at
get
United
007.
won't be able to score. That's how bad United are
100%
at scoring,
he would.
bro. We just
Anyway,
He would
shame.
survive.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Episode 7 for the famous Mason Mount jersey, number 7. We will see you next week for episode 8.
Yeah,
Episode 8, yeah.
That's usually what comes
Episode
after
8.
7.
Hey, wait, hold on. Before we plug out, we didn't even say why Becky's not here.
We've rotate.
Rotating
Yeah.
roster. it's
And we
ridiculous.
decided he couldn't handle Alpy and Arsenal and the talk, and because he's not they're not City's.
Liverpool aren't relevant anymore, so Becky's not here.
I'm trying to put it in a nice way. City's not Liverpool's. No, Liverpool's not City's bitch anymore, and they're completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
He's just on sick leave. He's on sick leave.
Yeah, he's on sick leave.
He's
That's
on
it.
sick
leave.
leave.
Leave him alone.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. That's episode 7 all done. We are out of here. See you later.